Michael Saylor is in trouble this time. Could regulations have prevented this from happening? That remains to be seen. Also, in a rare moment of agreement between me and Gary Gensler, we can come to terms with this one thing. If you guys are interested in what this video is about, keep watching. Also, if you enjoy these updates, hit like, hit subscribe. Check out the CT Club to see what we're doing with our cryptocurrencies and why, so that we can keep finding success with or without regulations. Yes, the free market does exist, and yes, I do believe in your ability to have the most free experience of cryptocurrencies, and that's what this channel is all about, and that's what the CT Club is all about as well. A link for that is down below in the video description. So right off the bat, let's first talk about what's happening with Ethereum really fast. March 14th is the date that they have set for the go early. You guys let me know how you pronounce that word down below in the comments. Basically, they are testing, it's their final stage of testing the Shanghai upgrade on the testnet of Ethereum. And what this means is that for all of these systems that are staking Ethereum, think Lido, and all these other Ethereum staking services, this is a way for these platforms to test the unstaking capabilities that the Shanghai upgrade will bring to the real Ethereum mainnet. This is what the testnet is all about. This is where they test it out. They get all the bugs out so that they ensure that you will be able to unstake your Ethereum when you want to. So again, that's going to happen on March 14th. Once that rolls out and people are testing this out and finding success, they're probably going to move one step forward. And the next update we're going to have is when you can actually, for real, begin to unstake your Ethereum. That's for anyone who's been staking, especially on a centralized exchange, and you had no idea that there was actually no way to unstake your Ethereum, and you've been having to hold your Ethereum on a centralized exchange for these many months. This one is for you. Also, now let's move on to what's happening with Gary Gensler and the SEC. Gary says that just because a centralized exchange claims to be a reputable, capable custodian of cryptocurrency assets does not mean that they actually are. And you know what, Gary? I'm gonna have to agree with you. I never thought I would say that sentence. Yes, cryptocurrency exchanges are excellent for trading cryptocurrencies, for exchanging cryptocurrencies. Is there a conflict of interest of an exchange acting as your custodian? Absolutely. Have we been shown this time and again, the fallacies of centralized control and ownership over cryptocurrencies that should be your own ownership and under your custody? Yes, we have. In case you need a rundown, let's look at what happened to Mt. Gox. Let's look at what happened to Cryptopia. Let's look at what happened to Cryptsy. Let's look at what happened to Quadriga CX. Let's look at what happened to FTX. The list literally goes on, and as the years come on and more money pours in, more money is lost on these centralized exchanges. So this message is for anyone who thinks that we need centralized exchanges so that people can continue to adopt cryptocurrencies. Maybe in some, in some conversation that is correct, but to adopt a centralized exchange as your wallet provider, as your custodian of your cryptocurrencies, that is no solution. That is a risk, and often an unknown risk that most people are taking on. So take custody over your coins, use an exchange, trade your heart out on an exchange, and then get them off into your own wallet. Lastly, we have to talk about Michael Saylor again. So hi everyone who was watching my video a few days ago where I called him a fraud because Michael Saylor claims to be a Bitcoin maximalist and he believes in all the things that Bitcoin was created for, yet he is also at the same time the biggest cheerleader for regulations, and he thinks that Bitcoin cannot survive without the adoption and support of the United States government. If you don't see the fallacy in that, then you are new on your cryptocurrency journey. Hit subscribe and we'll help you illuminate your view on why crypto actually exists and why it's really important and why it's robust despite any one government control. Now Michael Saylor has been denied dismissal of his tax evasion court case in Washington, D.C. He's tried to dismiss his court case, saying that he never really actually owed taxes in Washington, D.C. for him and his company, MicroStrategy. That has been dismissed. They will go to court on if he owes taxes in Washington, D.C. or not, to the tune of $25 million. Plus, they're going to be seeking back taxes, damages, fees, and all of that fun stuff. So probably more than 25 million. Something tells me, could regulations have prevented this? Is Michael Saylor perhaps trying to be this regulation cheerleader to try to set himself up like he's like above it, like, oh my gosh, I am so pro regulation. I am so compliant. I am above suspicion, even though he owes $25 million in taxes that he didn't pay. Dude, why don't you give a nice healthy paycheck to the government that you love so much? They could really use that 25 mil. You guys know how I feel about Michael Saylor. You know how I feel about anyone who gets too egotistical about their position on, their part on portraying Bitcoin to the masses. Bitcoin doesn't care. Bitcoin will continue to work with or without Michael Saylor. And that's the beauty of it. If you guys enjoy these...
Or the U.S. government.
Or the U.S. government. Or crypto tips for all that matters. Bitcoin is bigger than all of us. It's the freedom tool that we all need. Anyway, that's the main message here. If you guys enjoy these updates, hit like, hit subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.